Hi there. So we are going to go through a Pilates mat workout. All you need for this workout is your mat. That is it, and your body weight will create all of the tension and resistance that we need. So we're going to start lying flat onto our backs with our knees bent and our heels lined up with our hip joints. So you're going to have about this distance between your knees, and we're going to start with some breathing exercises. So you're going to take a nice deep breath into your rib cage, and then exhale and feel your ribs slide together and down. Inhaling to open, and exhale, contract the abdominals and pull the ribs towards your hips. 2 more here. Next, we're going to add some scapula isolation. So we'll have hands straight up towards the ceiling, still focusing on that rib cage breathing. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling, bringing the shoulder blades off the floor. And then as we exhale, we're going to slide the shoulders down and back and contract the abdominals. Inhaling up. We're going to hold it here. Keep those abs contracted and the shoulders down, and we'll scissor the arms. 1 up, 1 down, and slowly switching arms. So now that we've got our abdominals engaged and holding, we're taking smaller breaths into the upper body, a little bit more into our chest and ribs so that our lower abs can stay pulling down and in. We're going to pause the arms here. Turn your head to look over your lower arm side, and then we'll slowly switch arms and head all together. And again, slowly switching, warming up the body. And one last time. And we'll come back to center with the head. Both arms can come down, and we're going to rock our pelvis forward and back. And as we do this, we're going to pay attention to the movement all the way up our spine, right to our neck and head. And just let everything be nice and relaxed. And then we're going to find our natural curve in our lower back, and we're going to hold it there. We're going to engage those lower abdominals, so navel to spine, but we're not pushing our back into the floor. So we're maintaining our natural curve there with the abs engaged. We're going to hold it there, and we're going to slowly bring one leg up to a tabletop position, so 90 degrees at the hips and knee. The second leg is going to come up to meet it. Then the first leg will control back down, and then the second leg. And again, so we're trying not to let the pelvis rock forward and back now. We're trying to maintain that neutral spine and pause at the bottom. Now our second leg is going to go first. So other leg up. And just breathing through your movement. Don't worry about where your inhale and exhale are for this one. We're just not holding our breath. And then 2 feet down. Then we're going to re-engage those lower abdominals, bring one leg up to tabletop or higher, and we're going to go for some leg circles. Now our goal here is to keep our pelvis completely still as the leg is circling within our hip socket. So we're going to take a little inhale, exhale, circle around. Pausing at the top, and we'll switch directions. Inhale out to the side, exhale down and in. And then we'll slowly bring that foot down, and the second leg can come on up. So we're inhaling to cross, exhaling to circle. So we're still warming up all of those joints and waking up the core stabilizers. And switching directions. And then we'll slowly bring that foot down to the floor. I'm going to get ready for an ab prep. So we're going to inhale to bring chin towards our chest, just enough to lengthen the back of our neck. As we exhale, we're going to pull ribs to our hips to engage our abdominals and peel the upper back off the floor, reaching those fingertips towards our heels. Take an inhale to hold and exhale as we roll back down. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, ribs start the movement to pull us up. Take an inhale to hold and exhale as we lower. We're going to keep going there. When you get to the top, double check your bum muscles. Your glutes are still nice and relaxed. And your pelvis is still in its neutral position throughout. We're open through the chest and shoulders, no rounding up. And last one here. We're going to bring our fingertips towards our ears, elbows wide, and we're going to go for ab circles. So we're going to slide our torso along the floor, bringing elbow towards our hip. We're going to circle up through the center, so through that ab prep position that we just did, over to the other side and down, and slide along the floor back to center. Other way, inhale, tilt. Exhale, up and around, down, and back to center. So we're moving from our waist up, our pelvis is staying stable, our glutes are staying relaxed. One more each side. And resting there. We're going to slowly roll over onto one side, and we'll get ready for some side leg lifts. So we're going to lie right down, and we're going to flex our feet. And with our head down, we should be able to glance down and see our toes. And that means we've got a nice straight line from our heels, through our hips, through our shoulders. We're going to think navel to spine. Our top hand is on top. We're going to point our top foot, lift it just to hip height, flex, and control down. Point and lift, flex, and lower. Inhaling up. We're trying to relax through our upper body, letting all the work come from that outer thigh and top oblique. Lower abs are still holding. One more, and lower it down. Next one, we're going to inhale to lift, lift, and exhale to lower. So we've got top leg, bottom leg, and exhale to come down together. So the trick here is not lifting that top leg too high, because wherever it goes, that's how high your bottom leg has to lift in order to meet it. Good. Notice I've got palm turned up over here, so I'm not tempted to use that arm by pushing into the floor. Instead, I'm letting my lower body do all the work. And last one. And pausing at the bottom. We're going to squeeze our inner thighs, knees, and ankles together. We're going to take an inhale, and then exhale, reach both legs away from you, and inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And inhaling down. So again, for this one, don't worry too much about how high you're going, but really think about that lengthening out and away, and that's going to help you with your balance. If you need a hand on the floor, you can have fingertips only for balance, but we're not pushing in order to try and get height. Okay, you've got two left. And here's your last one. And come on down and pause. We're going to take our top leg behind the bottom leg. Roll back just off of this bottom hip. We're going to flex the bottom hip, foot, and lift it, and tiny pulses up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower. We're gonna bend both knees in front of our chest. We're gonna bring our top arm in front as well at shoulder height. Let your head rest down, and our top arm is gonna come on top. We're gonna go into a book opener. So you're going to take an inhale to slide your top hand forward and up. And then exhale to rotate. We're gonna open and rotate from our waist so our hips are staying stacked. We're twisting as far as you feel comfortable in a little stretch. And then we'll inhale the top arm back up and exhale back down to center. Inhale forward and up. Exhale, rolling to the back. Inhale, back to center. One last time. And lowering down. And then we'll switch over to the other side, where our side leg lifts on the second side. So we're gonna get all lined up again. Palm turned up on this bottom arm. We're gonna flex the feet and look down. Make sure you can see those toes. Hips are stacked, tummy is pulled in, top hand on top. We're gonna point that top foot and lift. Inhale to hip height. Flex and exhale to lower. Nice and controlled. And last one. And let's go for our alternate. One leg, two legs, and control down. Our staggered legs, I should say. Inhale, inhale, and exhale to lower. Squeezing those legs together on the way down. Thinking about this top shoulder being nice and relaxed. And last one. Now we've got inner thighs, knees and ankles squeezing. Take an inhale first for this one, and then exhale, reach the legs away up. And inhale, control it down. Exhale. And last one. And come all the way down. Top foot is going to come behind your bottom leg. Roll back off of that hip bone. Flex the bottom foot. And we'll lift to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And hold it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let it lower down. And we'll bend both knees in front for our book opener. Bottom arm comes in front, head gets to rest, top arm on top. And we'll inhale, slide the hand forward and up. Exhale, rotate and open. Inhale, back up and center. And again. One last time. And back down to center. And we're going to take a quick moment to roll over onto our tummies. I'm going to start with our feet about shoulder width apart. Hands underneath our forehead. And we're going to go for some upper body extensions. So our lower body is going to try to stay as relaxed as possible. Our hands are going to stay attached to our forehead, and we're going to stay looking down at the mat as we lift. So we've got shoulders away from our ears, and then we're going to take an inhale to lengthen the crown of our head away from us, lifting the upper body, and exhale as we lower. So we're inhaling to lengthen and lift, and exhale to lower. Slow, controlled movements and breath. And last one. And then coming down. We'll have arms out in front of us. be able to see there. And we're going to go for some swimming. So opposite arm and leg lifts. Tip of our nose is going to stay down on the floor. So we're going to lift one arm in the opposite leg and inhale to lower. Then the other side, lift and lower. So both hip bones are staying on the floor. We're not pressing into the hand and foot that are left on the mat. We're staying nice and relaxed, small range of motion. And here's our last one. And then hands can come back under your forehead. We're going to take our legs double shoulder width apart, bend at the knees, and bring heels together in the air. So from here, we're going to squeeze our bum muscles, squeeze the heels together, and then relax it all. Exhale, contract and squeeze, and inhale to release. One more like this. Exhale, squeeze, 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 and inhale to release. And now we're going to add a knee lift. So we're going to contract our glutes, squeeze the heels, and lift. Inhale as we relax. Exhale. And we're trying to let all the movement and work happen from our waist down for this one. So trying to let the arms have a little break. And last one. And then pause. We're gonna let the feet separate. We're gonna do a little egg beater. So you're going to circle one heel in and then the other. Alternating there, the hips are allowed to rock with this. We're just trying to relax all those muscles we just used. And then we'll switch directions. And then the legs can come on down. We're going to use our hands to push back into a shell stretch, sitting hips towards our heels, arms out in front. Let your body relax through the center. And then you can slowly roll up. And we're going to come onto our hands in a pillar position. So that's the top of our push-up. So we're going to have hands under our shoulders, abs nice and tight. We're going to have our legs about shoulder width apart with toes curled under. We're going to double check that our elbows are not locked. We're going to look straight down on our mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to push your heels away from you to come up into a push-up position. Hold it. And then exhale, bend just the knees to lower down. So our goal here is to keep our pelvis still, so we're not going up and down with the hips, just with the knees and ankles. So we're pushing with the heels, stretching the knees, and then control back down. One last time. So you can sit back into your shell stretch and relax your wrists. Give them a little break. All right, rolling up. We've got one more exercise on our hands. So we're gonna stay on our knees this time. We're gonna think about our elbows staying wrapped in by our ribs, and we're going to go for a 3-level push-up. So we're going to inhale to come down 1, a little bit further 2, a little bit further 3, exhale, press up. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale up. So those elbows are staying tucked right in by your sides. Two to go. Inhale, 2, 3, last one. And exhale, sit back into that shell stretch one last time. And rolling up to sitting. So we're going to sit on one hip with your hand on the floor. Our bottom knee is going to be bent, and then our top foot is going to come in front. So our heel comes to our ankle,
and then it gets to relax down there. Top arm on our top knee. So this one is the mermaid. We're gonna have elbows slightly bent. We're going to take an inhale first. As we exhale, we're gonna push into our feet, lift up through our obliques, and come up and over in a side bend, and then control back down to the mat. Take an inhale, exhale up and over. 2 to go. And control it down. So lots of work going on in the arm and those underneath obliques. Let's switch the legs to the other side. And we'll get set up there. Bottom knee bent, front heel in front. So arms fairly far away from us so that we have somewhere to go. Elbow relaxed, top arm on top. Here we go, take an inhale. Exhale, press into those feet, squeeze the inner thighs as you come over, and we want to make sure those hips are stacked and we're not rolling. One last one to go. And then you can rest. Good, let's lie onto our backs again, please. Come on down. We're going to get ready for a single leg stretch. So we're going to start with navel to spine. Legs at tabletop position and flex our feet. We're going to exhale to press one heel away from us in the air. Inhale in. Other side, exhale. Now, as you're going here, the angle of your leg will determine how hard this exercise is. So the lower your straight leg goes, the harder it is. The higher it goes, the easier it is. So you choose. Our goal is to maintain that lower back position in whatever natural shape you've got when you're at a tabletop. Okay, so no rocking around. Lower abs pulling down with every exhale. And hug the knees into your chest. You can do a little side to side rock. So let it relax. All right, we're getting ready for scissors. So we're gonna start with legs right up to the ceiling this time and flexed feet. Palms turned up, one leg scissors away. And inhale up. Then the other side, exhale. So again, the lower the leg goes, the harder this is to maintain those abs. And we're thinking also about keeping that top leg nice and still up towards the ceiling. And our shoulders are relaxed, chest is relaxed. Using your breath. We've got one more each side. And last one. And then hug those knees back into your chest. We're going to go into some stretches. So we'll keep one knee into your chest. Stretch the other leg right out along the floor. We'll hold it here. And let's switch legs. Then we're going to have our knees bent, and we'll cross one ankle over top of our opposite thigh for our glute stretch. So we'll reach through and pick up that bottom leg. And then we'll switch sides. And you can release there. We'll uncross. We'll come onto our hands and knees. One more time here. We're going to set up with hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. And then we're going to take one leg forward and in a long stride, leaning into it. So we're opening up that hip flexor in the back leg, and hands can either stay down on the floor or you can lift yourself up onto your front thigh, whatever feels best for you. We're just going to hold here. And then we'll press back and switch to the other leg. Again, either hands down or up onto your thigh. We're just trying to open that hip flexor. Nice angle there. And then you can sit back and you can either stay on your knees or you can come up to standing, your choice. We're going to take hands behind your back and we're going to reach out and away and open the chest and shoulders. And then you can release and let your shoulders roll back. All right, you are all done. Thank you so much for doing Pilates with me today. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll talk to you soon.